travelling to a game here at Anfield, or maybe following the Reds away from home. There's a good chance you'll be connecting to public Wi-Fi somewhere along the way. But did you know that the free Wi-Fi is the hacker's favourite pitch? So instead of chasing a ball, they're ready to steal your sensitive information.
Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I have with me Saber Maram, and I'm going to introduce him in a moment and what we're going to talk about, and it's very, very exciting. It's where you can earn cryptocurrency just by going on the internet. That simple. Now, before I introduce him, I want to let you know that this is not investment advice. Let me just check. Saber, is this investment advice?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
Should people sell all their Bitcoin and all their fiat in order to buy your coins?
I hope yes, but
Yeah.
I suggest not.
That's right. That's right. The hope is yes, but the hope isn't investment advice.
Exactly.
That's right. So do your own due diligence. Don't invest any more than you can afford to lose. And all I'm doing in this video and all my other videos is sharing with you what I'm discovering as I travel along on the blockchain. And one of the things I discovered as I was traveling on the blockchain is, let me show you this. This is my Bit.Tube this is like YouTube. Saber, you can't see this right now, but I'm just showing people my channel
It's fine.
on Bit.Tube, and it's a decentralized version of YouTube. And I occasionally go in there and upload my videos, and I earn Tube coins, and you can earn Tube coins by watching my videos there, but you can also earn Tube coins by watching my videos here, and we're going to find out how. So here we go. So Saber, do you just, oh, and please subscribe, hit the notification bell and comment and all that stuff. Yes. Yes. All right, Saber, do you want to introduce yourself first? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Saber Maram, and I'm the founder and CEO actually of Bit.Tube, the project. And Bit.Tube is actually and not we had no ICO, we had no pre-mine, nothing. So we just tried to build a useful product for the crypto space, and we want to extend it to reach mass adoption. So we go through our path, and we have a lot of pain, let's say.
Yes. Okay. Very good. And when did Bit.Tube launch?
Actually, it launched on the 1st of February of 2018, and we was working maybe 1 year earlier to prepare everything that when we launch with the mainnet, that the product is, at least something is existing.
Right. And why didn't you do an ICO?
Because I think ICOs are not really trustful, let's say. And what we want to do is, I'm coming from the regular business side, and the regular business side works like that you prepare your product, you invest by yourself or to get some investors, and then you prepare it for return of investment in the next 2 or 3 years. So this is what we are trying to do.
Saber, that's such a radical idea. You mean a business creates gets some money, creates the product, and then sells the product? Not oh, here's a white paper, send me your money.
Exactly.
Wow.
we try it in the classic way, so we are going well forward, I think. And yeah, let's see what will happen in the upcoming year.
Okay, and why not even a pre-mine? Because that's
nothing. We just want to have a clean coin, like Bitcoin himself.
Yeah.
And that's also the reason why Bit.Tube has its own blockchain, so it's not an ERC20 token, which is also important to know, I think.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come to that, right? About the nature of the coin, and how are you funded then?
By myself.
Oh.
By myself, I'm coming. I have 3-4 other kind of companies, and they're working well and fine. And yeah, we say, okay, we are able to fund it by our other projects, and that's how we are doing it.
Right. And
so
are those blockchain projects or classic?
No,
business.
Classic business projects. Business projects. So I'm on Tenerife. I have an ISP company. I have a co-working space and all these things, and also development team where we are developing for other companies their projects or products or modules or whatever. And so we was on a point where we say, okay, we have now the capacity to experiment or extend our services to the crypto space.
Okay, very good. And what's your vision for Bit.Tube?
Well, originally the plan was simple. We have seen the problem of censorship and monetization, and we tried to build a video platform, which we did last year with Bit.Tube, or call it last year. It was called IPVC, by the way. And we tried some experiments, etc., how we can decentralize all this to prevent censorship and to protect freedom of speech, etc. And we're faced with a lot of different kind of troubles.
Right.
endless troubles.
We'll come to the troubles. But
Yeah,
I just want to get the vision of Bit.Tube.
The vision of Bit.Tube actually right now it's to build a huge monetization layer between the user and the internet services. So we want to be exactly between this line.
Okay, a huge monetization layer between the internet services and the user. So like this big layer in which I can earn money by going on the internet. Okay, and that's different from the original vision, which was to create a decentralized version of YouTube.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about that a little bit, and then we'll come to what it is. So, why a decentralized version of YouTube, and what were the problems that you had?
First of all, we need a decentralized system that the users have more control of their content, so not a central authority can demonetize them or give them some pain. And what we see right now on YouTube, there are millions of users which get demonetized or banned or whatever, or even famous people like Alex Jones is a good example, or the daughter of Peterson. Something really wild and crazy is going on, and we have seen this already in 2015. It was the first start, and it's not only on YouTube; it's all over the place now. I mean, some days ago, Article 13 in Europe is active, and there needs to be a solution. And they want to control everything, and who has the pain is by the end the users, and we need to get a solution for it. There are multiple crypto projects which are working on this, sure, and Bit.Tube is just one of them. So we have competitors definitely. But actually, that's even good because competitors is good for us. So we get more creativity and we can build better things together on all corners. And like Bitcoin himself, for money, for value of storage, it needs to be decentralized, and that's what we are trying to do which we tried last year to do with videos. But right now we are on a point where we're saying, okay, it's not only about videos; it can be any kind of content.
Okay,
we have faced by ourselves this problem that on Medium we are publishing our Bit.Tube articles, and 3 months ago, without any reason, they just kicked us, and we say, okay, what's going on now here? And this continues all the time. I mean, it's all over the place. It's not only on YouTube. They ban you everywhere.
Yeah, Saber, thank you. And just some of the stuff about the decentralization. So I know Alex Jones has been deplatformed by YouTube and Facebook, right? And I know that he's on the alt-right, but I also know that's happened to commentators and websites on the left. Facebook have deplatformed a website that was about a page that was about police brutality, right?
Yes.
And then Article 11 and 13, for those of you that aren't in the European Union, is a new set of rules that they're hoping to enshrine into law in all the member nations, which would mean, for example, that Zero Hedge wouldn't be able to function.
Exactly.
And Zero Hedge is just a news aggregator site. So it's a way of stifling alternative viewpoints. And I know now, I've noticed a difference. If I go to YouTube and I put in Brexit, because, you know, it's a big deal right now in the UK, right? All that comes up straight away are all mainstream stuff. No alternative viewpoints. I have to really dig deep to get some other perspective on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's a huge problem. And it will just go even more worse than right now.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you on that one, because there's also this whole thing about anti-vaccines. Now, whether people are for vaccines or opposed to vaccines, let people have access to the information and then choose, but it's all moving towards where the corporations, in partnership with the government, they then get to determine
Exactly.
what information we have access to or not.
Correct, and for our luck, there are two amazing projects, open source. One is called IPFS, it's a decentralized storage system. Another one, it's called WebTorrent, which is also awesome. And we are using both of them in our new platform. So at least the problem for decentralization of content is solved, thanks to them, big thanks to them. And the last question which remains is the monetization system by itself.
Yes.
Because the users, they get all the time demonetized, and we need an alternative from a centralized monetization system.
Okay.
And ads, I mean, Facebook and YouTube together, they control almost 85% of all ads and traffic, and this means they decide who earns and who not.
Wow.
That's a massive number, and I can understand creators and publishers, when they have not the possibilities to get donations, or when they have not possibilities to earn something with showing ads, they cannot finance themselves and to continue with whatever they are producing. So we need a solution for that case.
Very good, very good. And Bit.Tube you started off with Bit.Tube to decentralize YouTube. And what were the problems that you encountered with Bit.Tube?
First of all, it's copyright, number one. Then with decentralized systems, you have troubles like child porn, rape, whatever. And these problems need to be solved. I mean, we can not accept any kind of content as a company, definitely not. So there are protocols like IPFS, WebTorrent, where users can still use these technologies, but Bit.Tube by himself says, please, without us, keep this kind of content out of the system.
Yes.
And we are facing problems with bots massively. We have because we have the system, people try to bot the system to get more coins for free.
Right.
And with the first version of airtime from Bit.Tube, we studied this process, how they are doing it, what they're exactly doing it, and we start to write our own AI to learn from all these activities and decide who is a human, who is trying to bot the system, and to make a difference between them and Google. By the way, with their ads, they have the same problem still today. They have not found an elegant solution for it. Even today, I mean, I have a statistic which I can share with you later. Even just last year, $27.5 billion has been lost by ad fraud. Yeah, just clicking bots, and advertisers are losing money just because of that.
$27.5 billion. So that
Exactly.
so it might work like this: that a company places an ad on Google, and then a bot clicks on that ad lots and lots and lots and lots of times, so it shows up in Google's algorithm, and then Google has to pay that company.
Also, the advertisers are losing the money.
Oh, the advertisers are losing the money. So what do the bots get out of it? Why do they do it?
They are doing that in competition is one point. So when I want to harm another project, it's one way that I'm doing that.
Right.
So let's imagine you have your own blog and you are switching now to advertisement, and I'm a competitor of you, and I'm starting to start my bots, and I will ruin you financially. It's one option.
Wow. Wow. Saber, I didn't say this to you before, right? Before I got into the blockchain, I used to be a child protection social worker. I used to come across the most horrendous human behavior.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Now,
yes.
I'm like, okay, this is not horrendous like child abuse, but it's like, oh my God. Human beings are always coming up with devious means,
it's
to
like
game the system.
Exactly. Not all, but many.
Yes. Okay. So So then you had problems with Bit.Tube. Now the other thing that I noticed with Bit.Tube is it takes ages to upload a video.
Yes, exactly. These are huge troubles, which we have already solved for the new platform, which is coming up in Q2. First of all, decentralized systems. They're slow. They're just slow. There is no other option. I mean, it's like cryptocurrency by himself in some years ago. Because of the decentralized system or infrastructure, they are slower than a centralized system. It's like that.
Yeah, or even like Bitcoin is slow, and then along comes Litecoin.
Exactly. And now get BTC and also get Litecoin, and now compare it to the transaction, I don't know, of Visa. Yeah. And BTC here did something nice. They are now with the Litecoin network. So what they did is they have now a decentralized system for Bitcoin by itself, and then a centralized system for the Lightning to speed up everything. So the same what they are doing here, we are doing in the new platform. So the new platform is a hybrid, which is a centralized platform where people can upload everything, and everything is going in high speed, so it's fast like YouTube or Facebook by itself. But at the same time, when the uploads get published in a decentralized system, so the content, images, video, whatever, PDF, TX, text files, they are available in a centralized manner for performance and speed, and at the same time decentralized also over IPFS and web torrents.
Right.
So when we are forced, for whatever reason, that we need to take down something, then on the platform it's not anymore visible, but the URL still exists to access it, for example, with web torrents or just a torrent client.
Right.
And
right.
In that way, we join the benefits of both worlds together in one system.
Okay, very good. Because you're going to have, I suppose, some sort of control and measures, like you said, to prevent child porn being freely available. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very good. All right. So that's coming out in the second quarter of 2019.
Yes.
But the project has grown. So it's like it was one branch, right? Like a tree growing up this way, and now it's gone in different directions.
Yeah, actually, the video platform gave us this idea, so we start to develop it, and the community was helping. They gave us a lot of ideas, and 6 or 7 months later, we are recognized. The highest interest right now, it's the monetization system by himself, and we say that okay, we are able now to make differences between human behavior. We are able to make difference between bot systems, and then we decide okay, why we should just limit this to a video page. There is no reason for it, so we can extend it. And the next idea was coming up. Okay, we can build a platform which is not only for videos. It can be anything. It can be images, videos, text files, whatever, and we can monetize all of them. And then, in a meeting, we decide, okay, when we are able to do that, then we can open it for the whole world. So we can develop it that every website, every application in this world is able to use airtime as a monetization layer by himself. And then we start to build it. And we start to build it with the extension. The extension was our first try, let's say. We started to build it and we released it in middle of December as a Christmas present. And the point of the extension was in the beginning that we train our AI system, that the AI is able to detect human behavior and what they're actually doing in a crypted way, in an anonymous way. So if they're watching videos, if they're on a blog site, if they're reading text, if they're watching images, whatever, and based on that they get their airtime rewards. So here comes the big question by the end: what's airtime?
Yeah.
I think.
Do you know, Saber, I was just wondering, what is airtime?
Exactly. And how to explain airtime? You need to imagine. Let's say you have a cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this cake can be split to 2 persons. Then each of them get half of it, or you can split it with 10,000 people, then 10,000 people are getting a portion of it. So what airtime does, is it goes there and it calculates your attention, how much you did during the day. Yeah, let's grab 24 hours, and in this 24 hours, you have behavior on the network, on websites, on social media, on whatever, and this behavior gets saved locally, and every 10 minutes we make analyzations what was going on. Yeah, what it was, videos, it was images, was whatever it was, which kind of content the user has watched. And you need to imagine, for example, on YouTube, let's take your channel. Imagine you have 1,000 viewers, and 1,000 viewers are watching your channel, and they have different behavior. You know, they click here, they watch there, they jump from the video from point A to point B, or they watch everything, whatever. This is called for us human behavior. Mm-hmm. And then we have bots. Bots are random systems, so they are clever bots also, that they try to randomize their behavior and their moves and whatever. But by the end, when you, for example, get 1,000 users on your channel, and the airtime system knows about this 1,000 users, the AI system can do a difference between all of them. It compares the behavior of 1,000 users, as an example, with each other. And when it compares this data, it filters out with, okay, this is randomized data, the mouse, and it's going all the time at the same place, the bot is clicking every 2 minutes on the same place, and stuff like that. So we try to filter out all these things and just allow human behavior or human movements or whatever they do on the platform. By the end, it's an algorithm, and it's not just like, oh, I'm going to a page and I'm sitting there, I'm reloading every 2 minutes automatically. When we detect this, you will get a notification in the system that suspicious activity has been detected. Please browse normally. And yeah, every 10 minutes these checks are happened. And when it's human activity, you get your rewards based on how many users at the block time of 2 minutes had this kind of human activity, and they get their shares from the cake, from the block reward.
Right. Okay. So let me get this. So human beings and bots behave differently. Bots try and behave like human beings do, but they don't quite manage it. The airtime algorithm collects enough information that it's able to separate, oh, this is a bot and this is a human being.
Exactly.
And depending upon how long that human being was watching the internet,
yes,
then the 10 minutes. So here's a simple example. Let me get this. Supposing there's only 2 people watching the internet that are logged onto airtime, right?
Exactly.
And one of them watched for half an hour, and the other one watched for 15 minutes.
Yes.
Right? And let's say I have a third person watch also for 15 minutes. That's the whole hour, right? So then the block rewards, 50% of the block rewards go to this person, and 25 and 25 to this person.
Exactly.
But we know there's more than 3 people watching the internet at any one time, right?
Correct.
Okay, exactly. So to earn the coin, and it is a coin, not a token, we'll come to that, you have to be registered with airtime, have the extension, it watches you, and then you get the coins as part of the part of the deal as they're mined, because it is
exactly.
Okay. Yes. Now, what's to stop me leaving my computer on all the time, and I go off and do something?
Yes, that's the things which the AI recognize. So it needs definitely activity. So you cannot go there. We get a lot of support tickets for such cases when then we explain them on our knowledge base. You cannot just go to YouTube and say, okay, I'm playing this video and I'm putting autoplay. Let's go YouTube and randomly play 24/7 videos here. No, definitely not. The system detects that, airtime detects it, and it will not reward you.
Right.
And there's another case, which is the stacking, which is coming up now in the next 2 weeks. Right now, it's like that the maximum amount you can earn each day is 2 hours airtime in the basic edition. And so whatever you're doing the whole day, even when you're 12 hours a day online and you have activity, 2 hours is the maximum which gets credited. And with the stacking, it will have options to extend your airtime. So then you are able to, for example, with 2,500 Tube coins, you are able to extend from 2 hours to 4 hours. And the stacking, there are different levels. And when you're, for example, a power user, maximum is allowed 12 hours per day for generating airtime for each individual user.
Okay,
yeah.
and okay, if I'm watching this interview and I'm completely riveted and entranced, and the only thing I'm doing is every now and then I'm commenting and making sure I've clicked the like button and then I've subscribed, right?
Yes.
I mean, how many Tube coins will I earn, say, over an hour, roughly?
Right. Over an hour, I will try to tell you. Right now, most of the users are getting something between 2 and 4 Tube coins on the actual user base. So we have right now, I think, something around 50k users. 36,000 something are just on Chrome, and the rest is split on Brave and Firefox. And they are earning between 2 and 4 Tube coins each day, and the maximum is credited of 2 hours. So that's what they're getting right now. And the idea is mass adoption. So what we have there with airtime are 2 things. On the internet since the last .com boom, there are two ways to monetize your stuff by the end. There is one, it's a simple paywall or a subscription system, and another one is ads. That's the only 2 ways where you can monetize your content. And now it's a third player on the line, which is airtime by himself. And airtime is rewarding the users. This is just one part of it. So we are spreading the coins in their hands. And another part of Tube is the paywall, which people can use for it. Let's imagine you're a blogger and you have the airtime integrated in your site. So you and your users are getting some Tube coins, but at the same time you can go there and you can build your paywall, for example, for videos or whatever, and you say, okay, this video costs X amount of Tubes, and that we are able to handle both. So we're spreading the coins at one time, and on the other side we are trying to build a paywall for premium content.
Wow. Okay. So then, because that was the other question, is I've got the Tube coins now. What can I do with them? Well, I can use them to buy, to pay for services like paywall, go past paywalls or something.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. And then I suppose buy anything that people will accept them for.
Correct, for whatever. Yeah, and that's the reason why, for example, in the actual extension, we are accepting wire transfer in the newest release, which should be available between today and next week. When Chrome does the update, you will be able to buy Tubes directly with your credit card worldwide. MasterCard, Visa, Amex is all accepted. Pardon? Oh, fine. Thank you. You're able to purchase Tubes directly. So let's say, give me an example to you. Let's imagine you are on a store and the product costs, for example, $100 US, and you have earned because of airtime already, let's say, $10 US. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically a discount on everything on the net. So, and when this shop is accepting Tubes as a payment, you will have probably some options to purchase this product. The first one would be maybe credit cards. Second one would be maybe PayPal. Third one with maybe BTC, Bitcoin Cash or whatever. And the number 4, hopefully maybe Tube. And here comes the deal. I, as a user, when I'm getting all the time discounts on everything, it's a no-brainer which one I want to use. So I will just buy the difference of $90 US with the extension directly with my credit card. I have already $10 US generated from airtime, and I can purchase my product.
Okay, okay, but why? Okay, but why would a retailer? I can understand a blogger using, say, Pay Me
Yes.
in Tube, but what is? Why should a retailer want payment in Tube as opposed to Litecoin or Digibyte or Electronium or Bitcoin? Why Tube?